So in the last class, I was showing you how you should unlock your accounts if your accounts are locked. And finally, I showed you that you should have one user called as Scott, generally for the sake of practice. Okay, just be very clear. Just for the sake of the practice, we should have it. If your Scott is not available, then you need to create it. Okay, so you just watch my environment. So here I'm typing my username as Scott. You can give the password in the next line, or you can even give the password in the same location. That's for convenience. Be very clear by giving this particular parameter. Okay, sorry, this delimiter. So you can just watch here. This is your Oracle username. Okay. No, that's your Oracle user password, which is case sensitive. Okay. Now, there's no rule that you should give password in the next line. If you keep this at the rate, sorry, if you keep this symbol, a symbol to delimit the username and password. Am I clear with you? Am I clear? Hello, are you there? So try to just understand these constructs. Okay, I'm removing it. Now this shows that my user is there. Okay, this clearly shows that my user called as Scott is there. Are you clear? Now there are students who generally make a complaint that, sir, I'm getting an error whenever I'm trying to connect to my username along with my corresponding password. Okay, there are certain students who say like the username and password whenever I'm giving, I'm getting some error. That is nothing. User is not existing. Now I told you already how you'll know your user is not existing. If your user is not there, then definitely when you're executing this query, you'll get no row selected. So try to check the next piece of the problem. Say like you are having a problem with Scott user is not existing. Okay. Now if a user is not existing, then technically you'll be getting invalid username or password login denied. Means even if a password is wrong also you'll get the same kind of error. Very clear about that. So what do you mean? Just 2 minutes time and okay, I'm just closing this. I'll create the problem and I'll come back to you. Okay. Okay, just a minute. So now you watch. I'm saying Scott slash Tiger. If this error is coming, there could be two chances. One is either your user called as Scott is not there. Okay. And technically, either your user is there and your password is not correct. Am I clear with you? Are you able to see my screen? So try to catch up this particular construct very carefully, man. So whenever this situation is coming, I'm picking up the solution for you. So you just watch here. It will ask you enter username and select you're giving Scott. Then it's saying enter password. You entered any particular password, whatever you're having. Now you're getting the error. Now the corresponding error what you're getting is that 1017 error with invalid username and password. Every error in your Oracle has some number. These numbers, technically there's a chance your interviewers can definitely ask you. Remember that, okay? Very small things, but they make a very big lot of difference to actually understand your experience in interview environments. Okay, now solution is what? Create the user, create the required user. Okay, by connecting to sys user. Okay, in your personal machine you have to do this. In real-time environment you can't create a user, so you have to put the request to DBA. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? In real time you'll put the request to DBA. If your DBA thinks that the user is essential, he will create. So there will be great lot of discussions over there. Let us not worry. But in your personal machine, you create the required user by connecting to your sys user. So here what you're doing at your SQL prompt, in the place of the Scott, you're saying sys as sysdba. Okay, I told you sys user does not has any particular password, so press enter key. So just watch here. Sys as sysdba. So you're just getting all that information that you're connected to. That corresponding user. So you're connected with user, sys user. Now, as I already said in my previous class, we are just confirming so when you write this query, you watch carefully. Select username from DBA underscore users where username is equal to Scott. If user is there, that user information will come. If user is not there, you'll get this message. This message is fundamentally confirming. This message is fundamentally confirming to us that that particular user is not there. Are you getting me? Now you can create a user. So how to create the user? No, it's not just creating the user. We have to create the user, then we need to just go for some configuration of the user. Okay, so just watch here. Okay, just blindly follow the steps what I'm giving you. Okay. Okay, by connecting to sys user, you'll start working out with your criteria of this Scott creation. Okay, any user creation is same. The only thing is here we are picking the name as Scott. Okay, in the place of this, it could be anything else. Am I clear? Are you catching me? Now here it will ask you the username and password. So definitely you'll be getting the message as you got here. Along with your SQL prompt. Now how I can confirm that I'm in the sys user? So we have one command, watch carefully. Show user. Whenever you say show user, it will tell you you are connected to which user. Are you catching me? Hello. So anytime you want to make a confirmation to the user to which you are actually connected, you can say show user. So the moment you have executed that particular command, it automatically shows you the user to which you are connected and your SQL prompt returns. Am I clear? So, yeah, just for your convenience, so when it is saying no rows selected, then we are creating the user now. Okay. So please catch the construct step by step. See, actually, all this is DBA activity, man. But in our personal machine, we have to do this job by ourselves. If your user is not there, for only those people who are basically getting the problem with user is not existing. Sir, in my system, I got the Scott user. Be happy. Just listen. Okay, no confusions. So here at your SQL prompt, you're simply saying create user Scott identified by anything you want to keep it as a password. Clear? Anything you want to keep it as a password, you can just use it. But this password is case sensitive. Are you getting me? So now if this user is not existing, we are sure this user is not existing. So definitely it will create this user because you're already in which user? Sys user. Sys user has permissions to create anything. Am I clear? Now what's the confirmation? Confirmation is nothing but once again you execute it. Actually, we should believe it. So once I say here, you watch, create user Scott, you got this message means 150% your user is created. You don't need to actually take any confirmation. Am I clear with you? Am I clear with you? But just to keep yourself convenient, I'm saying select username from DBA underscore users, where username is equal to Scott. So you got this output means 150% your user is available. See, everything is with a language called as your SQL. That's it. No basic confusions. Now you may feel inconvenient currently. For first time beginners, you may feel inconvenient with all these commands and everything. Don't worry, man. Just take them as it is, because we are not yet started with SQL. But we have to first prepare ourselves, no? So just blindly follow those statements, okay? Any doubts you're having, everything you will get them as I'm getting into my course. So just blindly follow the process, okay? Now only the user is created, nothing more than that. But to connect to your user, to operate with your objects in the database and everything, you need some permissions. Do you agree with me? So now your step 2 will begin. Blindly follow the step 2. As you get matured, we have separate topics where we'll be discussing certain kinds of things at the later stages, okay? The second step is, once your user is created, allocating permissions and roles, okay? Now, what are these permissions and roles? I'll speak in one of these specific chapter. Till then, you keep it as it is, okay? So, you need to grant these permissions, just blindly grant them. Connect, comma, resource, comma, create any view, okay? Just grant these things. Sir, what are they? Just don't worry, man. We have one chapter to discuss all these things. But now we need to set up the environment. If the environment is not set up, technically you cannot work. Are you clear? Following the constructs. So you just watch here. You should get this message. You got this message and your SQL prompt is returned, means your permissions are granted. To that Scott user, all the permissions what we are expecting, they are granted. Okay, he's normal user, he's not a DBA user. So your Scott user is there along with the permissions now. So this completes Scott user creation along with the required privileges. Okay. Got it? That's the first thing. The second point is when a Oracle user is created, it is an empty user without any database objects belonging to the business. Okay, without any database object belong to the business initially. Okay, the third, Oracle environment as a database management system will provide the entire metadata or data dictionary or catalog of all the system level database objects that can handle and store the end user business database objects. Okay, so we'll be having one metadata or we'll be having one data dictionary catalog. Any one of these three names is same. So it will give you that particular piece of the metadata, and then technically in relevance to that particular piece of the metadata, you will create your own end user business database objects. Be very, very clear about that. So the fourth point, what you should remember is, as Oracle is supplying required metadata, now the database application developers have to create the required objects as per the requirement of the project or the database application. So because your user is available and you got the permissions, now your actual job is starting. Am I clear with you? Am I clear with you? So currently we are in which user? Currently we are in which user? Sys user. Okay, no confusions. We only created the Scott user. Okay, even now we are in sys user. Whenever you get a doubt, you are in which user? Just say show user. Okay, so this is a very clear proof that because you created a new user, you are never shifted to that user. Am I clear with you? Because you created a new user, you are not automatically shifted to that user. Am I clear? So until you do not shift, you cannot go to another user. Until you do not shift, you cannot go to another user. Am I clear with you? So now I want you to check connecting to Scott user, disconnecting from sys user. Okay. If you're connected to one user in the same console, if you're connected to one user, you're automatically disconnected from previous user. If it is the same console, are you getting me? Are you getting me? So look into the construct, how we are going to do this now. At your SQL prompt, connect. You want to connect to which user? The user what you created, okay? Scott slash this password. Okay. Now once you do this, it automatically gets connected if that user and the password is perfect. Watch carefully. Okay, you're getting this message means 150% you're connected. Which user now? Come on. You're connected to the Scott user. So this message indicates that you're technically connected to that user. So what is the proof? At SQL prompt, just say show user. Now in which user? Scott user. Okay, you are in your Scott user. Clear? Now here I want to make one note. Within one console, we can connect to only one user at a time. Okay. Second point. When connected to a new user, the current active user is automatically disconnected. Okay. This will automatically happen when you're having one single console. Sir, I want to keep two users active. No. If you want to keep two users active, what you should do? You should try to open another new console of SQL Plus. Okay, you should have two consoles like this. So in this console, I can say sys as sysdba So this is your sys session. Are you getting me? This is your sys session. And technically, the other one, what you're trying to see is nothing but your Scott session. This is your Scott session. This is your sys session. Are you getting me? But within one particular user, within one console, you cannot have multiple users. So once you got connected to any user, the other is automatically lost. Will you remember that? The third point is, if we want to operate on different users at the time of, or I'll say different users within the development environment, then open individual consoles for each user separately. Okay, are you getting me? Fourth point, each connection to Oracle user is allocated its own individual session. Okay, its own individual independent session tracked by its own session ID. Now, if anywhere you feel inconvenient in these things, leave it, man. Okay, in the coming classes, you'll understand. Just I want to pass the information here itself. Okay, sir, I'm not able to understand this. Don't worry. Okay, we are just at the beginning. What I'm speaking is at the very high level. But until your Oracle is not there in your machine, you can't work. Therefore, I have to discuss few things here. Okay, are you getting me? Can I continue? So it's all your criteria, how you manage your particular console and you keep it ready. So that's your construct of how you create and configure your Scott user. I mean, okay, if you people were not having Scott user, then I think this should complete that step. Clear? Now, there's one more thing I just want to catch up before we can just go with the next level. Okay. That also I want to close it here itself. Okay. Sometimes students will say like they're getting this problem. Unable to connect to Oracle user when the database user is existing and the corresponding password is also correct. Okay, there are many students who make a complaint that, sir, my user is there, my password is correct, my account is not logged, my password is not expired, but even then I'm not connecting. So what is the basic message? Okay, the message is they always make a complaint of one message. Few students, not everybody. Okay, I don't know whether you got this error or not. If you're getting this error, then only consider this. See, all the different kinds of error mechanisms that are expected, I'm showing you, such that now I cannot address each and everyone independently. So let me create this problem and I'll come back to you. Okay, I'm exiting this. I'm exiting this. Let me create that problem first. Okay. So just watch here. I should get that error because I made my environment to get associated with that error. Okay, now you just watch. I'm saying Scott Tiger. Now, actually, the Scott user is created by us just now. Yes or no? Yes or no? And we are able to connect. Now, just watch very carefully. I'm trying to connect to the same user with the username and password. Now, few students, they will respond about this particular error. 12,560 TNS protocol adapter error. So when you're getting this message, there are two reasons it could be happening. Be very clear about that, okay? One, either your Oracle services are not started. In your Windows, your Oracle services should start. Either your Oracle services are not started or your Oracle terminal naming services are not registered. Actually, in personal machines, you should not get this error. But if you're getting this particular error means there could be 100% maximum a chance of your criteria and composition of your service has not started. So when it is asking you the corresponding username and password and you are encountering this error. Now just watch carefully. Once again, it will just display enter username. Waiting for the sake of your user. You can just watch here. Okay. What is the solution? Cause of the problem. I'll first keep this. Okay. One, the corresponding Oracle services at the operating system level are not yet started. Okay, that could be one reason. Second reason is there can be a issue at the OS level for starting Oracle service. Now, if this is really the problem, nothing is in your hands. Okay, it's a problem of OS. Now, operating system means I cannot directly give any suggestions. Remove the OS. Now install OS. Now your personal machine could be containing much lot of data. Then technically we need to think very seriously about this error. Normally it should not happen. If it is happening, then there is some problem with your OS. Are you getting me? Now, what is a basic solution? Restart the corresponding Oracle services in the OS. Okay, in the operating system, restart the services. Now, how to restart the services and where we can recognize this particular services? So, I'm just giving you the steps first. Open the control panel. Okay, we have administrative tools. I'll show you step by step. Don't worry. The second step is okay, scroll down to the level where your Oracle services are existing. 1. Identify the Oracle database service. Generally, your Oracle database service name will be as per the installation. I told you, if you have done it, it will be having this as ORCL. This is actually the name of the database what you gave at the time of installation. So if you have made any changes there, that name should be there for you. Okay. But generally, if you have followed my installation methods, it should be ORCL. Then the second step is click the start link on the left side of the services pane, or right click mouse and select start. Okay, any one of these things. Third point is wait until it is in running status. Okay. Fourth, click OK to close services window. Okay, so just watch these all steps what I'm trying to pick up now. There's a message we got. For people especially coming from Windows 10, you have one facility here. You can directly type services and it may start the services. Okay, you can just click this and you can go to the services. Okay, for Windows 10 people, you have this facility. I think in 8 also we have such kind of facility. But if you're having any other kind of window versions, directly services may not be started. We have some command at the command line, and let us not go there. But you have any confusion there, don't worry. You just click this search button. Here you will just type control panel. Okay, you'll be getting a control panel. Okay, are you getting me? Now in latest Windows, you even have shortcuts, keys and everything. Now I'm not teaching you Windows now, so let me not get into that. Now in this entire list, you watch very carefully. We have administrative tools. So just click that. Now once you click this, you'll have multiple number of administrative tools that are provided by your Windows. In that, one of the administrative tool is services. So click that, double click. Now your services window is open. These are all your Windows services. Be very careful. Don't mishandle these areas. Now we need only Oracle services. Just to try to scroll, or you just do this until you find the services that are representing to Oracle. Now in your machine, how many services will be there depends on installation and configuration. So these are all my services representing to Oracle. Don't start all the services, because every service will cost you with your memory. Remember that, okay? So your system can become slow if you don't have sufficient amount of RAM. The only service in which we will be interested is this service, where in the place of this name, what I'm having, SkyS 11 DB, you may be having ORCL. Am I clear with you? So select that. Actually here, you should find your service as running. If it's not there, means your service has not started. So just click this and you can use the start link. You can directly go for start. If everything is going well, just wait for some half a minute of time or less than that, the service should begin. There are no errors from your operating system side. It automatically starts. Once the service has started, here you can just watch automatic. The start will become stop, pause or restart. They will come. And here you can just watch very carefully. You'll be seeing that service in running state. That is enough. If you're having any client tools, and you want to work out, then this service also should be started. TNS listener. Okay. Until you're not fundamentally working on the criteria of the client level tools, you don't need this. Just watch carefully. Since my service has started, now I'm going with my corresponding command prompt. I'm saying Scott slash type. Got it? So once you have started your services and you are fundamentally trying to operate, it automatically gets connected. Clear? Clear? Can you handle this particular error if it is coming? Now, sometimes what happens is, even after you do this, you may be getting certain kind of error that is unable to get connected. In such cases, your system could be expecting from you, just watch carefully, okay? I'll restart my so you're giving like this, and even after that you're getting the connectivity error. Then just to try with ORCL according to your machine. This is nothing but you're giving the server name where exactly Oracle is operating. Are you getting? In your machine is ORCL, but I don't have ORCL. My machine is having SkyS 11 DB. How to know that? In services, just now I showed you. Okay, that's your database name generally. Sir, I'm having many databases like this. You're having more than one means in your machine. You have attempted your Oracle installation multiple times. That is your problem now. Okay. If you have gone with clean installation and configuration, only one name should be there. So once I give this, it should get connected, but watch very carefully. It's attempting to find that server. Okay. Via the terminal naming services acting as a client tool. If you get this error means either this name is wrong. Okay, what you gave? Are you catching me? If it is saying no listener, in your personal machines, generally this error will not come because you don't need to give this. Okay, you don't need to give this. If you are getting an error and you are getting connected like this and it's giving you this message means there are two chances. One, either you're not having this particular database in your machine when you're working on, or the TNS listener has not started. TNS listener means watch here. This service. This service is generally for sake of getting connected as a client to the server. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? So just click this. Either say start from right click. Okay, right click and say start, or you can even click this. So whatever way you do it, that's up to you. If everything goes well, the TNS listener should begin. Am I clear with you? Actually, in your personal machine, you don't need that @constructor, but certain times students generally make a fundamental complaint. In such cases, I just want to look into that particular criteria. Okay. In industry, for any of these errors, your admin will be the first focus of contact for you. Are you getting me? Your first contact will be your admin. Am I clear, gentlemen? But actually, in my machine, I don't need this. I don't need this @construct. But if you are getting that kind of an error, I wanted to catch up that particular issue. Therefore, I'm showing you. Are you getting me? But I'm not giving any fundamental notes on that because it's not essential. That's your overall installation, configuration, and connectivity standards what you have to follow. Am I clear? Now your Scott user is having any data, is not having any data, you don't worry. The remaining part, whatever you need, I will take care of the show and I'll be working out on it. So now our Oracle database is ready. Yes or no? Now our sample user in which we want to work like Scott, we have made it ready. Now, generally what happens with few students is they say like, sir, my Scott user is not responding. So since my TNS listener has started, I got connected or not? Now, generally what they say is you just watch here when you say select star from tab. Okay, just execute this. If you have created your new user, then you'll be getting no row selected. Now, few students will say, sir, when I say select star from tab, I'm having tables. You're having some tables means you're not created that Scott user. You got already from your installation. Okay. So you're having any data, you're not having any data, you don't worry now. That is not a botheration. You just follow me. That's all. First thing is to follow along with me step by step, and we want to understand Oracle. Now it's time you should know exactly that your Scott user is available. So you keep your environment ready till here, man. Definitely you should keep your environment ready till here. Then I think you're ready to come along with me for your practical state of understanding your skill step by step. Slowly we'll get on with all the statements with high level, great lot of practicality. So check out your environment, keep it ready before I connect with you to the actual contract with which we are about to sign and we are about to move on. Okay. So from tomorrow, I think a contract is beginning for the practical side of the SQL environment now. Thank you, gentlemen. Once again with you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself.